watershed, since it's integrated learning, we learn how to self-motivate ourselves, and with the greenhouse we were able to do hands-on learning. So in later education, like this year, we're able to do the same thing.
It was a good learning experience because we got to see which plants were compatible with each other and which plant growing practices work the best.
We also went to a youth summit where with a bunch of other schools like Friends Central all throughout Philadelphia, and we presented projects on how our garden there too.
We got to teach them about the food units that we were doing in sustainable eating and living, and we got to teach them about our greenhouse.
It was more than just learning in a classroom and learning the material and reading it from a book and then taking a test on it. We got to see how it applied to real life and how we could use it in our own lives.
I went back to my house and I started growing tomatoes in my backyard garden.
Yeah, I also had a garden and I grew zucchini, tomatoes, and melon, which are all excellent.
I definitely feel different about now whenever I pick up like, I don't know, a bottle of milk from my refrigerator and I look at the ingredients, or I get something from the grocery store like a tomato and it says no GMOs or something like that. I think about and I connect what I've learned from Watershed into my foods.
Before Watershed, I was sort of conscious of the environment because Radnor has a huge influence on the students about the environment, but Watershed sort of takes it to like the next level.
Everything that we do with sustainable living, like even carpooling or taking the bus rather than getting driven, everything kind of ties into Watershed.
In the art classroom, we first sketched out what our pieces would be on grid paper, and then we transferred it onto clay. My favorite part of the project was making the pieces, specifically tracing the bird from the paper onto the clay and then adding detail to it. It was very busy when we were placing the tiles on the wall because there were so many kids out there putting them on, but it was very fun because we were able to put a part of ourselves onto the wall. When making the mural, it was nice to come down after school was finished every day and see how much more was added on, and it was surprising how much they got and what new elements were added. I thought that the tile wall turned out very well, and it's very nice and colorful as it shows what we learned in school K through 5th grade. I think that future students will think that the tile wall is a very interesting feature in our school because it stands out.
Well, after robotics, I really got like a directive that I need to go in. So robotics really got me interested in engineering. So I'm thinking of 3 fields in engineering now, the main one being mechanical.
So in the middle school, both of us were in a program called Gateways, which introduced us to the science, technology, engineering, and math subjects. And that relates a lot to what we do here in robotics.
Yeah, so we continued that on with the Project Lead the Way courses, both the Intro to Engineering and the Principles of Engineering class. And robotics provided a real-life application for all of the engineering principles we were learning in those courses.
And it's nice because it's a fun, competitive environment where we can really apply what we've learned in these classes to an actual goal.
Yeah, they're not just the base engineering principles. You see a lot of trial and error. We have to go through a lot of things. They don't all work out to the way we calculated them or the way we believe they would. You really see that you have to go back and forth with designs to see if they work, to see if we can find something that works better, and ultimately we get to take part in these competitions which really show you how well your designs have worked.
Competing at the national level, it can be stressful, but it's really a lot of fun. it's a lot of dedication and hard work to reach the point to qualify for a national competition. But once you're there, it's really great because you get the opportunity to compete against many other great teams and see their adaptations. In order to win, it takes a lot of dedication and really just paying attention to other teams as well in order to master the game and master your design.
I think the mission of Speak Up pretty much is for students and parents to be able to, learn about certain topics and, figure out what their kid or their parent is going through someone else's eyes to be able to, I guess, understand each other. So the night of Speak Up, everyone walks, they come in, and then we go into the auditorium and we have a keynote speaker who pretty much opens up the evening and tells the story of their own. Last year we had Eric Hipple, and he was very inspirational. I think he started off the night really well, and then we went straight into our breakouts, and it was really surprising to me, and that people were just so open to talking to everybody, and it created a really nice environment for everyone in the breakout to feel comfortable. So that's something I didn't expect, but it was a nice surprise.
Throughout the Speak Up event, I also was surprised by the environment that was created, and I also learned a lot about the people who live here, and it was really nice to see everyone helping each other.
Well, I think that because of Speak Up, I think that we as a community, as a school, and as a district all come together to kind of face things together. Speak Up has changed me because before Speak Up, I was never really open with my parents or open with a lot of different situations.
Speak Up has definitely given me a lot more confidence and just has showed me so much that there is so much to offer in Speak Up, and I have so much to offer and so do others.